Hey guys, welcome back. This is day 13. I can't believe that this challenge is just going by so quickly. Welcome to Learning from Your Mistakes, and we're still focusing on 6 ways to handle opposition within your ministry, and we're almost done. So this would be the 5th way that we are dealing with handling opposition within the ministry. So again, the topic of the day is learning from your mistakes. So how we can go about that, or the theory behind this exercise of the day, is being an active listener, making adjustments to grow as a leader, and then devising a plan for improvement. So again, this is all about you tightening up loose ends and becoming a good leader, and then showing your good leadership qualities as well as skills. So being an active listener, you heard from the judge and jury, you heard from all the complaints. Now it's time to take action. What you want to do is write down your top 10 complaints or top 5, but what you want to do is number the largest to the smallest complaints. Again, it's important that you write these things down. So that's part of being an active listener. You've heard them, now you want to write it down. Number 2, you want to make adjustments. If you want to show good leadership skills, then we must lead by example. And there's 4 ways that we can do that. So number 1, you want to prove your worth. If dancers are demanding from you as a leader, to show some certain things, then you supply their needs with rules and regulations. Set order. What you want to do, you always want to keep focus and keep in mind that leaders are about challenging their praise dancers to grow spiritually, emotionally, and physically. So you're all about growth and you're all about challenge. So you're going to prove your worth by being a good leader and establishing some type of rules and order. You want to supply their needs. Number 2, be prepared. It's very important that leaders go home and prepare a week in advance. If you have rehearsal that Wednesday or Friday night, what you need to do is prepare on the weekends. You're not at work, you're not at a 9 to 5. Okay, you have a family at home, you have to cook, you have to clean, you have to do everything else. Find the time, 5 to 10 minutes to just do an agenda. Trust me when I tell you this, if you write these things down and prepare, it will make the ministry flow so much smoother, and it will decrease the amount of questions and complaints. So leaders, you got to take responsibility, and you must make time to prepare. Create a small agenda. I'm not saying write a thesis, write a report, write an essay. Make an agenda of what you want to do that night, and it could be 3 or 4 points. What you want to do is talk about the song that you're going to do. You're going to warm up and you're going to rehearse, throw in there, biblical devotions that you want to do. Whatever your plans that you want to do, write it down, present it to the dance team, and then that's it. So like I said, you have to prepare. It creates a lot of chaos when you go in there in the last minute and then you fumble and you don't know what you're doing. That's bad leadership, and then it's assigned to them that you don't know what you're doing and you don't care. Trust me, dancers want order. Okay, so you must be prepared. And again, you should take the time to prepare during the week before a rehearsal. Write things down. Again, make 4 small points. You want to have biblical devotions, you want to explain the dance song, and you want to do warm-up, you want to do technique, then you want to do choreography. If you follow those steps, trust me, things will flow in a smooth manner. Number 3, have an attitude makeover. You've heard the complaints. You're not going to take it personal. You're going to take them and turn it into something good, and you're going to apply it to yourself, and this is how you tie up loose ends. So if you are always late to rehearsal, and if you're slacking in praise dance movements, and you need something new, then make those adjustments. Okay, so what you want to do, if you're always late, you want to set your clock 10 to 15 minutes early so you can be on time or before time. If you come early, you can start in prayer and charge the atmosphere with order and peace if you experience a lot of conflict. Another thing, if you hearing complaints about same old boring tired movements, then have an attitude adjustment and turn it into a positive. Okay, my dancers need something fresh, they want something new, I'm pretty stagnant, so what can I do to get a fresh perspective of dance movements to make it more fun and to do something different. So again, you're not taking it personal, you just want to improve as a leader and to grow. So that's what I mean by attitude makeover. Turn the negative into a positive and to apply it to yourself. And then also remember, you're not answering to them, you are answering to God. Remember, God put you in this leadership role, so you're answering to Him, and you have the responsibility to grow the dance team and to also grow yourself. So it's your responsibility, to grow in the Lord on a personal level, and again, to take care of the team. So that's what I mean by attitude makeover. You're not answering to them, you're answering to God. And number 4, have realistic expectations. Pace yourself as a leader. If you want growth, Focus on one thing. Don't focus on 10 things and then try to be like Superwoman or Superman. Take small steps. Conquer one thing at a time. So like I said before, if you are struggling with pride and being defensive, pray about that, work on that. Next time you come to rehearsal, take a breath. Take a breather, learn to shut your mouth and not go for tit for tat for that person. That's something to work on. That's a realistic expectation. Don't go in there thinking that you're going to be the great therapist and you're going to conquer all these problems overnight. This is a process and it takes time. It took me years to learn how to change my perspective and to have a different approach. Heck, I had to go to grad school for it, and when I learned how to do things from a therapeutic point of view, it blew my mind. It took me to a whole different level, but that didn't happen until I got into my 40s. I wish I knew this stuff when I was younger and when I was in my 20s, but I didn't, and things happened. So God knew what he was doing when he sent me to grad school. So having that therapeutic mindset and just changing your perspective, it helps a lot, and it helps you to be realistic and not be so hard on yourself, but it helps you to take a really good look at who you are. So again, have realistic expectations. Again, if you're struggling with pride and you're always defensive, what you want to do next time you get into rehearsal, take note. That person is coming at you. Number one, take a deep breath and breathe, and then try to listen. Like I said, don't go in there with your gloves on. Relax, put your hands down, and learn to be an active listener. Take notes, okay? And that's just realistic expectations. You want to pace yourself and conquer one step at a time as a leader. So again, making adjustments is proving your worth, being prepared, attitude makeover, and having realistic expectations. Third one, devise a plan. Now that you've listened, you made personal adjustments, now it's time to lay down the law and put down rules. What you want to do is write down team goals. What are some things that you want to achieve as a praise dance team? What are some things that you want them to be responsible for so they can, act on one accord? Number two, write down what you need to achieve these goals for your team. Or is there certain things that you need to get in order to help them to grow? Number three, create a time frame. Put them on the schedule. And number four, make a schedule and then devise it to the team. So if you have rehearsal or events that are coming up outside the ministry, or if you have ministries every Sunday, what you want to do is put it on the calendar and then let them know. Or if you've been invited to minister at a guest church, put it on the calendar and let them know, and then let them know what song they are going to prepare for and everything else. So it's just healthy to always establish a communication dialogue with your praise dance team and let them know what's going on instead of springing it on them at the last minute. Give them time to prepare as well as yourself. So again, what you want to do is devise a plan, write down team goals, write down what you need to achieve these goals. 3, create a time frame, and then 4, make a schedule and then give it to your team. Write it down, give them a schedule, let them know, hey, this is what we are doing for the month, and ask if they have any questions. And then, like I said, it really prepares you. So if so-and-so is going to be absent due to a family vacation, or maybe they have to work, or they have a conference, you'll know in advance and it won't throw off your game. So it's very good to devise a plan. So the challenge of the day is 1, write down 5 to 10 complaints. And when you write down the complaints, here's the challenge. Come up with a solution. Write up the plan and devise it to your team. So what you want to do is get into the habit of writing monthly schedules. And again, you have the help. You don't have to do it by yourself. You have the assistant and you have the co-leader to help you, or however many is on your team, get help. So again, you want to put the solutions to your complaints. So again, if praise dancers are complaining about movement, how are you going to solve that problem and move forward? If praise dancers are complaining about the time frame in the rehearsal and they're always causing drama, write down the solution. Once you write it down and it's on paper, present it to the dance team, get their signature, and be like, hey, all right, this is what we talked about. You signed it, you're held accountable, and this is what you must do, okay? So establishing this stuff gives praise dance leaders a lot of order. Okay, guys, that is the challenge of the day, and I will see you on tomorrow. Be blessed. I really hope that this is helping you. Thank you again for your support and for your comments. Also, let me know if I can add you to my email list, because I do an ongoing email list, and I have a lot of information. So be blessed and take care, guys. Bye-bye.